Xander obtiene los beneficios de Philip es demasiado tarde? Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers reveal that Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, has just gotten out of a court battle with his half-brother, Philip Kyriakis, John Paul Lavoisier, over Titan Industries. Xander ha sido compelido a conceder a Philip el control de una porción de la empresa. It seems that Xander will finally get the good on Philip, but is it too late to get rid of him? Días de nuestras vidas spoilers, Philip Kyriakis ha divulgado información errónea. Spoilers indican que Xander finalmente descubrirá que Philip está empleando una falsa carta que ha presentado como Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston. Victor declaró explícitamente en su voluntad que decía que Xander asumirá la empresa, dado que ha sido objeto de slights a lo largo de su existencia. No obstante, ¿cómo Xander pretende evidenciar que la carta es una falsification? Philip is up to something else as well because he is being very secretive around Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein. Philip está intentando recuperar a Stephanie, dado que ambos fueron anteriormente comprometidos. Es probable que Stephanie desconozca el forjado documento y que dicha falacia sea suficiente para que se desvíe. ¿Podría Xander obtener información adicional acerca de Vivian's role? DOL spoilers, es Xander Kyriakis excessivamente tarde? Xander may have the information, but he also had a very unfriendly judge as well. Once Xander can prove that the letter Philip has is a forgery, will the judge even meet with him to look at the evidence? Will Xander find himself in possession of the evidence he needs, but not be able to use what he has fought so hard for? How does Xander manage to get this evidence? Could this possibly be the part of the preview video where Sarah Kyriakis, Lindsay Godfrey, is asked by Kate Brady, Lauren Koslow, to remain quiet? Fans had thought this would happen before the trial, however, it would be more unsuspected and dramatic now. Days of Our Lives spoilers, will Xander Kyriakis get full control of Titan? Xander is determined to get control of Titan. However, Sarah may try to convince him to get along with Philip unless he tries something shady. Sarah could hold on to what she knows and see what happens with Xander and Philip. Could these two learn to work as brothers, or is that too much to hope for? Xander would be very upset with Sarah if she withheld this information. Will Sarah think about that and decide to be honest with him? Could Sarah possibly run the idea past her mother and see what she believes she should do? Will Xander finally get back his birthright and try to make his father proud? Xander gets the goods on Philip, is it too late? The power struggle within Titan Industries has always been a source of intrigue, betrayal, and unexpected twists in Days of Our Lives, DOL. At the heart of this battle stands Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, a man who has clawed his way through countless trials only to find himself pitted against his half-brother, Philip Kyriakis, John Paul Lavoisier. The stakes are higher than ever, as Xander finds himself holding damning evidence against Philip. But is it too late to claim his rightful place at the helm of Titan Industries? Philip's deception, a forged letter changes everything. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Philip's latest scheme involves a forged letter, supposedly penned by their late patriarch, Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston. The letter claims that Victor wanted Philip to take control of Titan, effectively sidelining Xander, who has always felt like the black sheep of the Kyriakis family. Victor's genuine will, however, had made it clear that Xander was his chosen successor, a decision that seemed to acknowledge Xander's efforts to prove his loyalty and competence. The forged letter undermines not only Xander's position but also Victor's true wishes. The question remains, how can Xander prove that the letter is a forgery? Philip has meticulously covered his tracks, and the document's authenticity has already been accepted by the court. Xander's first hurdle is finding irrefutable proof that exposes Philip's lies. Xander's investigation, uncovering the truth. Determined to reclaim his rightful place, Xander launches an aggressive investigation. With the help of his sharp instincts and a few key allies, he begins piecing together Philip's deception. Among his potential confidants are Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, who has a knack for uncovering hidden truths, and Justin Kiriakis, Wally Kurth, whose legal expertise could prove invaluable. Xander's breakthrough comes when he uncovers a trail leading to Vivian Alamain, Louise Sorrell, Philip's ever-scheming mother. Vivian, known for her history of meddling in Titan affairs, appears to have played a role in orchestrating the forgery. Her motivations are clear: securing Philip's position at the top of Titan and keeping Xander out of the picture. Through a series of confrontations and clever sleuthing, Xander gathers the evidence he needs to discredit the forged letter. Bank transactions, witness testimonies, and even Vivian's own careless admissions begin to pile up, painting a clear picture of Philip's treachery. Sarah's dilemma: to reveal or conceal. Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, finds herself caught in the crossfire of this family feud. As Xander's wife and confidant, Sarah is privy to much of the drama unfolding between the Kiriakis brothers. However, she's also approached by Kate Roberts-Brady, Lauren Koslow, who urges her to stay silent about the information she's uncovered. Kate's motivations are multifaceted. On one hand, she's fiercely protective of Philip and wants to shield him from the fallout of his actions. On the other hand, she genuinely believes that exposing the truth could irreparably damage the Kiriakis family's reputation. Sarah's internal conflict deepens as she grapples with her loyalty to Xander versus her desire to maintain some semblance of peace within the family. Ultimately, Sarah decides to confide in Maggie Horton, Suzanne Rogers, her mother, whose wisdom and guidance have always been a source of strength. The courtroom showdown: will justice prevail? Armed with the evidence, Xander faces a daunting task: convincing the same judge who previously ruled in Philip's favor to reconsider the case. The courtroom becomes a battlefield, with both sides presenting their arguments in a high-stakes showdown. Philip, confident in his ability to manipulate the situation, is blindsided when Xander presents irrefutable proof of the forgery. Witnesses, including Vivian and a reluctant Kate, are called to testify, adding weight to Xander's claims. The forged letter is revealed for what it truly is: a desperate attempt by Philip to cling to power. Despite the compelling evidence, the judge's initial skepticism looms large. Legal battles in Salem are rarely straightforward, and this case is no exception. The judge ultimately agrees to reopen the case, setting the stage for a final ruling that will determine the future of Titan Industries. Philip's downfall: the consequences of betrayal. As the truth comes to light, Philip's carefully constructed facade begins to crumble. His relationship with Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, already on shaky ground, takes a devastating hit. Stephanie, who values honesty and integrity, is unable to forgive Philip for his deceit. Their engagement is called off, leaving Philip to face the consequences of his actions alone. Meanwhile, the Kiriakis family is left to pick up the pieces. Victor's legacy, once a source of pride and unity, has been tarnished by Philip's betrayal. For Xander, however, this moment represents a hard-earned victory, proof that he is more than the family's black sheep. A new chapter for Xander. With Philip's schemes exposed and the court ruling in his favor, Xander finally gains full control of Titan Industries. This triumph is bittersweet, as it comes at the cost of further fracturing the Kiriakis family. However, Xander remains determined to honor Victor's true wishes and lead the company with the same tenacity and vision that defined his late uncle. Sarah, who has stood by Xander through countless trials, becomes his greatest source of support as he navigates this new chapter. Together, they set out to rebuild Titan's reputation and restore the Kiriakis' name to its former glory. Is reconciliation possible? While Xander's victory marks the end of one chapter, it also raises questions about the future of his relationship with Philip. Despite their differences, the brothers share a deep-seated bond rooted in their shared history and mutual love for Victor. In a surprising twist, Philip reaches out to Xander in an attempt to make amends. Whether this gesture is genuine or another ploy remains to be seen, but it leaves the door open for a potential reconciliation. For now, Xander remains cautious, unwilling to let his guard down until he's certain of Philip's intentions. Conclusion. The battle for Titan Industries has been a roller coaster of emotions, betrayals, and unexpected alliances. Xander's journey from the family's outcast to its rightful leader is a testament to his resilience and determination. As Salem's residents continue to navigate the fallout of this dramatic saga, one thing is certain: the Kyriakis family's story is far from over. With Xander at the helm of Titan and Philip seeking redemption, the stage is set for new challenges, rivalries, and, perhaps, a chance at healing old wounds. In the ever-turbulent world of Salem, secrets, schemes, and confrontations are the currency of the day. Xander Cook, a man known for his resilience and knack for uncovering the truth, finds himself embroiled in yet another high-stakes drama. This time, the target of his relentless pursuit is none other than Philip Kyriakis, the seemingly untouchable heir to the Kyriakis' fortune. The setup: a brewing storm. Xander Cook's suspicion of Philip had been simmering for weeks. After Sarah Horton's recent close call with a mysterious accident, an event that left her shaken but unharmed, Xander became convinced that Philip was somehow involved. The tension between the two men had always been palpable, but this new development gave Xander a singular focus. He vowed to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. Meanwhile, Philip had been walking a tightrope. His seemingly perfect exterior masked a web of shady dealings. The pressure to prove himself as a Kyriakis heir had driven him to make questionable decisions, including alliances with dangerous individuals. Unbeknownst to Philip, Xander was closing in, ready to expose him. Xander's investigation begins. Xander started his investigation by leveraging his contacts in the underworld. Despite his recent attempts to walk the straight and narrow, Xander's past connections proved invaluable. A chance encounter with a former accomplice revealed that Philip had been meeting with a known money launderer. The meetings were frequent and cloaked in secrecy, raising Xander's suspicion. Determined to gather concrete evidence, Xander began tailing Philip. His efforts paid off when he witnessed a clandestine meeting at an upscale hotel. With his phone in hand, Xander recorded the interaction, capturing Philip's tense conversation with a shadowy figure. Although the audio was muffled, key phrases like "transfer the funds" and "keep it quiet" hinted at illegal activity. Sarah's reluctant involvement. While Xander's determination was commendable, it also placed Sarah in an uncomfortable position. She had been trying to rebuild her life after their tumultuous relationship but found herself drawn back into Xander's orbit. When he shared his findings, Sarah's initial reaction was disbelief. "Xander, you can't just go around accusing Philip without solid proof," she warned. "This could blow up in your face." But Xander's conviction swayed her. Reluctantly, Sarah agreed to help, using her position at the hospital to access Philip's medical records. It was a risky move, but they discovered a peculiar detail: Philip had been prescribed anti-anxiety medication shortly after his meetings with the money launderer began. This revelation added another layer to the unfolding mystery. A shocking ally, Brady Black. As Xander's investigation gained momentum, he found an unlikely ally in Brady Black. Despite their contentious history, Brady had his own reasons for wanting to take Philip down. Philip's ongoing manipulation of Chloe Lane had left Brady furious, and teaming up with Xander presented an opportunity for revenge. Brady provided Xander with access to Titan Industries' internal documents, revealing discrepancies in the company's financial records. The paper trail led to a shell company linked to Philip. It became clear that Philip was embezzling funds, using the money to pay off his shady associates. The confrontation. Armed with irrefutable evidence, Xander and Brady decided it was time to confront Philip. They cornered him at the Kyriakis' mansion during a family dinner, ensuring there would be witnesses to his downfall. "Philip," Xander began, his voice steady but menacing, "your little charade is over. We know everything. Philip's face turned ashen as Xander and Brady laid out the evidence. The damning video, the financial records, and even Sarah's findings painted a grim picture. Victor Kiriakis, the family patriarch, watched in stunned silence as the truth unraveled. Philip attempted to deny the accusations, but the weight of the evidence was too much to refute. Finally, he broke down, confessing to his crimes but insisting he had been coerced by more powerful figures. His admission sent shockwaves through the Kiriakis family, leaving Victor torn between protecting his son and preserving the family's reputation. Fallout: is it too late? While Xander had succeeded in exposing Philip, the aftermath was far from satisfying. Victor, ever the strategist, used his influence to mitigate the damage. Philip agreed to step down from Titan Industries, but Victor ensured the scandal remained under wraps to protect the company's image. Xander's victory felt hollow. Despite his efforts, Philip avoided jail time and the Kiriakis family closed ranks to shield one of their own. Sarah, disillusioned by the outcome, questioned whether Xander's relentless pursuit of the truth had been worth the cost. "You got what you wanted, Xander," she said, her voice tinged with sadness. "But at what price?" As Xander grappled with the fallout, he realized his actions had far-reaching consequences. While he had exposed Philip's misdeeds, he had also reignited old animosities and jeopardized his fragile relationship with Sarah. The bigger picture. Philip's confession hinted at a larger conspiracy involving powerful figures outside Salem. This revelation opened the door to new threats, leaving Xander with more questions than answers. Who were the people pulling Philip's strings, and how far would they go to protect their interests? Determined to uncover the truth, Xander vowed to dig deeper, even if it meant putting himself in harm's way. With Brady by his side and Sarah reluctantly supporting him, Xander prepared for the next chapter in his quest for justice. Conclusion. In the cutthroat world of Salem, Xander's victory over Philip was a bittersweet triumph. While he had succeeded in exposing the truth, the cost of his actions left him questioning his motives. As new challenges emerged, Xander faced a choice: continue his pursuit of justice or step back before he lost everything he held dear. For now, one thing was certain: in Salem, the fight for truth and redemption was far from over.